What's up YouTube? My name is Doc and welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk about why I didn't invest in the month of February. So as February comes to a close, I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why I decided not to invest and if it was even helpful and what I learned throughout this time. And before I get in the video, I want to give a huge shout out to King Smith over at Just Joking podcast. One of his mottos has been process over perfection, I think that is, and it has really inspired me to record videos and just get to it, so appreciate you. Huge shout out, check them out. I'll have them linked in below. They talk about jokes and stuff. So first up, giving a little background for the first reason why I did not invest is because last year about March I decided to get into the stock market hardcore. I stayed up late, I was reading books, I was reading articles, watching YouTube, and learning as much as I could about investing. And I realized after focusing on investing for so long, I felt like I needed to take a little bit of a fast step back because I was learning so much, but I felt like I wasn't taking the time to look at everything as a whole. Like there are just some terms that I still need to learn, like your PE ratio and debt to income ratio, and some other things about balance sheets and whatnot, and like the revenue versus the profit. So I definitely did not learn any of those technical things while I started. Now I definitely took some of the time to learn more and definitely to put more of those words into my vocabulary. It was helpful, even though I didn't necessarily change my whole vocabulary yet. It took me time to be able to step back and realize, like, hey, using these different words can help me with investing more, especially when I can understand a stock a lot better when I can understand their financials. Reason number 2 why I decided not to invest is pretty much it comes down to is like this whole year of like viruses and illnesses, and the stock market just going bananas. There's just been a lot. So if I'm really being honest with myself, when it came to investing, if you just invested in good companies, you made pretty much a gain on your stocks. It wasn't very hard to find stocks to gain. So definitely going back to reason number 1, kind of bleeding into number 2, is that I felt like my stocks need to become more and more like grounded and stable, and me understanding more about where my stocks are going and also what's going to happen in the long term. And one of the number 1 reasons I feel about investing that you have to know about yourself is, why are you investing and when are you going to need the money? If you don't define when you're going to need the money, it kind of defeats the purpose about investing. If you need it a year from now, okay, you should invest in such and such stock. But if you invest in, like, let's say you invested in Tesla today and you spent $800 on Tesla and it went down to $300, but a little birdie told you that by the time you sell your stock, about say 10 years from now, it'll be worth like $5,000. So it would not matter to you what happened to those stocks over time, because you don't need that money at that time. You only care about when you decide to sell. So that kind of was reason number 2. I wanted to pull back on my investing and definitely look at everything and not be so bullish or whatnot, because I felt like in order for me to protect my investments, I need to know more about the market. And lastly, number 3, the reason why I am not investing for the month of February, and really what it comes down to is more of a personal reason. I actually am moving up to Grand Forks, North Dakota. Super excited for this next chapter in my life. For those who don't know, I am in the military, and like that's where I'm going to next. If you want to hear about like my military journey or whatnot, let me know. Right now, just like talking about finances, but let me know down in the comments if my military journey is somewhat of an interest to you guys. So what it really comes down to, anybody who's moved before, is like so stressful. You got to do so many different things. Like money it just pours out of your ears when it comes to moving. So I actually have a home, so I have to get that ready. I actually have to find out what's my next home going to be. You don't just get there and then just like, I don't know, have a house. You have to like look for a house. So I had to like stay in a hotel for a couple weeks probably. So I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I'm super excited for this new chapter in my life. And me stopping investing allowed me to have more cash flow to be able to put it in different places, to get my house ready, to get my car ready to drive all the way up here. Right now I'm in Minneapolis, so this is where it's being recorded, hopefully to be cut up and posted very soon. So that really is the last reason. So when it comes to moving or any financials, you want to have your financials always set up, ready to go in case of any emergencies or whatnot. So I have an emergency fund. Thank God I haven't touched it yet, but also since I stopped investing, it allowed me to have more money to be able to do for different things and not have to touch my emergency fund. I felt like I could have used my emergency fund, but the goal was to not touch it. So that's the main reason why I did not invest. I wanted to use that money for moving. So in conclusion, did I learn a lot when it comes to not investing for a month? I definitely freaked out because there's a lot going on, like with Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all these other cryptocurrencies, and also a lot of my stocks. I love looking for stocks that are great dividend payers. So I had a lot of time on my hands because I used to do a lot of research on those stocks. But it allowed me to not be so bullish and take the time to actually read articles and look into other stocks and whatnot. So I definitely encourage you not to invest blindly, but to have a plan and every once in a while revise that plan to see if it's still working for you. That's pretty much what happened for me. And I learned a lot. So hopefully I'll be able to share more of this information with you guys. Hopefully you love it. If you love it, just go ahead and hit that thumbs up. I say it, the sweet currency, I call it a like button. And also, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research. I'm just a guy with a camera who's in a hotel room. But I am your financial friend. So if there's any information that you want to know, or I may be able to help out with or point you towards, hit me up in the comments, hit me up in my inbox. I'm totally open up to talk about finance. I love talking about it. It helps me become better. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for allowing me to give my 2 cents. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and become part of this financial family. And until the next video, I hope you guys have a great week.